Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you're located on the planet Earth. Welcome to another edition of the PulseWave Report. Yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com. All right, so basically, as you already know, we have been covering for you live for the past while, talking about Bitcoin. I've given you my longer term analysis along with the shorter term analysis, just giving you what you need to know. So that's primarily been the focus. That's what I like to do so that you know what I'm working with and the things that I'm watching and watching for, things like that. So for the most part, you already knew what to expect, especially if you subscribe to the PulseWave reports. You definitely already knew what to expect, because I'd already told you what to expect. All right. And it's not a surprise to you when these things happen. You know, I show you the rally and crash alerts so that you can be kept abreast as to not only what's happening now, but what's slated to happen in the near future. So it's not, like, oh my goodness, did you see what happened today? None of that matters because you got the pulse waves, man. So when you subscribe, when you go to pulsewavetrading.com and take advantage of our quarantine special that we got going on, perfect gift for Christmas, for the holidays. If you already subscribe, you can give a subscription to a friend, family, loved one, whatever. Take advantage of the promo codes listed on the website, and also our last webinars for the year coming up this Friday. We're going to have our last Friday webinar, followed by next Monday will be the last Monday webinar. And if you have not yet subscribed or think about subscribing, those webinars will be perfect for you because it will explain a lot of different things to you. All right, so what up to everybody in the live chat? Go ahead and smash that like button. What up, Mick? What up, V-Dub? What up, Spoon? Let's jump into it. All right, so first and foremost, the chart you got up before you right now is a chart of DIG, D-I-G. As you can see here, we have a flip-flop up here at these highs. Market is flipping from bearish to bullish. Now we're back to a crash alert for tomorrow. It's been kind of all over the place a little bit. I think the market needs to decide what it wants to do. We do have this gap down here on DIG, so there's a possibility that once we start pulling back, it could fall down and fill this gap down here. All right, so the trend line support around the $65 handle, that's going to be your initial target for DIG. All right, so that's what you're going to be looking for. All right, as bears have now wrestled control of the market temporarily. All right, so on the next thing that we're going to take a look at here is the NASDAQ 100, looking at the tech sector. All right, so the tech sector is trying to hang in there. All right, it's poised and it wants to go higher, which is kind of odd. We got a rally alert, back here, and we've had nothing but upside production, even with pullbacks being bid right back up again. All right, so here we had that we had a little bit of selling, but not enough. The bulls came and bought that right back up. Now we're seeing that there's buying interest up here too. So even at this new high level, you're getting that buying interest. So right now the bulls are still in control of this market for this point in the NASDAQ 100. It's just the way it is, man. It's weird, I know, but you got to go with what you see, right? And if you don't think that's enough, well, look at the Russell. Now the Russell has a crash alert for tomorrow's trading. All right, crash alert. Trend line support around the 1750 area is the initial target. The Russell has gone straight up with no pullback at all, no correction whatsoever. All right, just constant upside production from the rally alert back here. Incredible trend. So we're looking at the high probability that this crash alert will give some downside production. Maybe something similar to the last one we had back here when we came all the way down and tested the trend line that way. So I'm expecting to really get some significant downside production on the Russell. All right. And that's because it's led the way up. It's been the strongest market. All right, let's take a look now at gold. Let's see what the gold is looking like. All right, so as you can see here, the bears are still technically in control for right now, all right, as rallies are tending to be sold. All right, we did it here, we did it here, we did it here. Now the market is kind of dead cat bouncing off of the current lows, moving the opposite direction, got up to the trend line resistance. All right, and the next overhead resistance will be the bottom of the Kumo cloud, right around that 1900 level. So right now, it's a weird scenario shaping up right now. Is this rally going to be sold? Is it waiting to get up here, get a little bit loftier so the bears will pile in? Or are we going to flip-flop and just turn bullish all of a sudden? I don't know. I can only go by what I'm seeing right now. Right now, the bears are waiting to pounce as you're still under right in their hindsights right now. Okay, so very interesting chart activity right now. Then when you look at silver, all right, here's silver. Silver, we had that rally alert coming into today, and look at the explosive upside production that you got out of the silver market. Silver is the markets don't know what they want to do. They're confused, man. All right, these alerts are doing what they're supposed to do, though. You know, you got the heads up the day before, bam, here we are off the rally. The question is, can silver hold it, or is the rally going to get sold like back here? I'm thinking that the rally is going to get sold. You got your upside production. That's great. You can tighten up stops or just take profit altogether. But I'm thinking that you're not going to start trending again. You're just doing these pop-ups. You popped up here and got sold hard. You popped up here, didn't really get any downside production this time, like a sort of like a bear trap, because then you exploded higher. But is this also a bull trap? You know, silver can do that to you, make you think one thing and then it does another. All right, so look at here. After you had this incredible downdraft, then the market comes back up. You're like, yeah, all right. And then it says psych, and then it breaks down all the way to here. And here's this bearish pointer down here all lonely. I believe that the markets are going to come back here and take this out. This would put the market, you know, back down to 2021. So at some point, like I always show you, you know, pointers and gaps have to be reconciled at some point. And this is really just a very elongated sideways movement, you guys. If you really want to be technical, you're just really just moving with the cloud. Silver has gone absolutely nowhere. Since September, silver has gone nowhere. We're still trading within the ranges from September. So is it going to do something? I don't know. I think now is the time, though, to start deciding what it wants to do. And last but not least, the mighty, mighty Bitcoin. Now, look at the opportunities you had here. So the initial rally alert was back here. Got all this upside production, right? Then you had this here. Another rally alert, all this upside production, right? Then you had another rally alert right here. You got all this production right here. Then you had your next rally alert right here. And then look at this incredible, crazy upside production. So where do we go from here? Like I said, I think the market is going to get up to about 22,000, and it's going to start to, you know, level out. work that base between 20 to 22,000. It's going to be a nice support base. All right, you're going to have like a 2,000 point range in the Bitcoin where the market will oscillate and build that longer term base. And then the next stop from the 22,000 will be 30. And then from 30 to 35, and then 35 to 40. All right, those are longer term projections, but we're going to get there, all things being equal. So you can only trade what the market tells you and what it gives you. Right now, bulls are firmly in control and in the driver's seat. All right, so be careful and cautious. If you're using the PulseWave, follow the pop method to lock in those gains. Okay, lock them in. All right, next up, let's take a look at Facebook here. All right, so as you can see, it's been really consolidating up here too. It's not trending. It's not doing anything. It's just flip-flopping back and forth, as you can see here. Finally got a little bit upside production from the rally alert here, but then that was it. You retreated right back down again. So is it running out of steam? It looks like it may be. So you're just in a sideways pattern. There's really no conviction here in the Facebook. What about the mighty, mighty Tesla, huh? What about Tesla? All this talk about Tesla. Well, let's see what's going on with Tesla. All right, as you can see here, coming into today, we had a crash alert that I gave you, right? The day before. So coming into today, you had that crash alert. What happens? You start to get that downside production. Can't make this stuff up. This is the power of the pulse waves, folks. You got the downside production. Question is it going to reverse and rally tomorrow, or are we going to go down here and test the $500 per share trend line support? That is the big question. And that's kind of where we are right now, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to throw that out there so you can think about it, okay? This is where we are. This is where we are. All right, so think about that. Think about it. This is what's going on. So the question is now, is the market going to fall up here, or is it going to try to break out? It's not showing the kind of power the NASDAQ futures chart showed. Not at all. Now, if you think maybe things are a little bit different because it's a futures, well, let me just show you what the QQQ looks like. All right, so here's your NASDAQ 100. All right, QQQ. And what does it look like? Looks like the NASDAQ 100 futures chart, which it should because it tracks the futures, right? So the NASDAQ wants to go higher, but Facebook is struggling. Maybe it's because of the fundamental issues Facebook is having with, the government breathing down its neck and lawsuits and what have you. So maybe that's what's keeping it, down a little bit. But as you can see, the NASDAQ 100 futures and the QQQ are showing signs of strength in that NASDAQ. Now, you got to be prepared for anything with trading. I don't care how powerful the trend is. Markets can do this without any heads up. The prior day, you closed up near the highs of the session. The next day, you open way down here. And you fall and collapse, and then you do this, and then you fall even more the next day, and then even more the next day. All right, markets can break without warning, people. So you want to always remember that. Markets can break without warning, okay? So with that being said, folks, that's all I got for you for tonight. So remember, smash that like button, all right? And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.